That's what you get for attacking the liveys. Good morning and welcome back to Cold Waters. I'm David Steele, or Captain Numpty, and today's scenario is very similar to the one I did probably about a week ago by the time you're watching this, which was the very start of April 1982, when the Russians were attempting to intercept a British task force, which itself was on its way down to the Falkland Islands. I'm doing something very similar today, except this time rather than in a skipjack, I'm going to try this in a Sturgeon-class nuclear attack submarine. I haven't tried this exact campaign, or this exact scenario I should say, not a campaign, in the Sturgeon, but I've attempted similar kind of battles, and generally speaking I've just not done very well. The Sturgeon is an interesting boat because it's something of a compromise between the skipjack and the Los Angeles. It's not as quick as either. It's not as stealthy as the Los Angeles. It's not as well equipped as the Los Angeles, and it's not as maneuverable as the skipjack. So it's a bit of a compromise. What I think is going to happen is I'm going to lose my boat. Let's find out. Right, we're in USS Trepang, SSN 674. Now this may be a long video, so if you haven't got a snack, now is a good time to go and get one. I'm going to crack open one of these. That's very loud, I'm sorry about that. And let's get stuck in. I can't wait to get sunk. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just change the loadout because for this mission, I'm going to suppose that we were deliberately sent out knowing that we were facing submarines. So we've got no harpoons. There we go. I'm going to keep those 3 mosses in stores. I'm not going to use them right now. Yeah, I think that's it. Now we know we're facing somewhere between 2 to 4 cruise missile carriers, and the balance is and intelligence reckons somewhere around about 6 to 8 attack boat escorts. So let's see what we find. Oh yeah, and one other thing, I'm running dot mod.
On sonar, new contact bearing 304, designated Sierra 1.
Yeah, dot mod's going to make this very interesting. Let's go ahead and get my towed array out. That's the backspace, or I guess the delete key. Gonna see what we've got out there.
On sonar, new contact bearing 310, designated Sierra 3.
Drop the volume of my crew a little bit. I'm gonna
sonar, new contact bearing 309, designated Sierra 4.
I'm gonna attempt not.
Sonar, new contact bearing 305, designated Sierra 5.
I'm gonna attempt.
Sonar, new contact bearing 305, designated Sierra 6. Con sonar, new contact bearing 295, designated Sierra 7. Con sonar, Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine. Con sonar, new contact bearing 313, designated Sierra 9. Con sonar, new contact bearing 320, designated Sierra 10. Con sonar, new contact bearing 293, designated Sierra 11. Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
Okay.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as submerged submarine. Con sonar, new contact bearing 297, designated Sierra 12. Con sonar Sierra 9 is classified as submerged submarine.
Looks like Intel were wrong. I think I counted 4 cruise missile carrying submarines there. And
Con sonar Sierra 10 is classified as submerged submarine.
that's 12 contacts. Now we know that they're moving at some speed, and the reason why is they're trying to catch the British. Now we are somewhere southwest of the United Kingdom. We're just off. It looks like just off the shelf here. We may have kind of caught them on the hop, but they're rushing off. They're moving quickly. Now that helps me because they're going to be that much easier to detect. But there's a lot of bad guys out there. Having difficulty identifying this last one. I don't think it's... Is it an Oscar? Oh, it may be.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
Yeah, that's a lot of targets. I'm going to go ahead and drop my depth. I mean, they are moving pretty quickly, which is great. Oh, there's another one here I didn't identify. 13. It's gone. There it is. So yeah, this is a target-rich environment, right? The fact that my... Is that a papa? No way. Huh.
Passing 500 feet.
Yeah, I might have misidentified these. That's a lot of cruise missile boats. Surely they didn't send, like, their entire fleet. Well, I mean, they might have done. Okay, that's a lot of boats, and some of those are not really... not great. Not great to deal with. Got a Mike class in there, it looks like.
Passing 600 feet.
4,000 foot test depth. Right, I'm gonna get my boat down to down to the depth. In fact, no, actually, I think we'll keep ourselves at maybe where we're at. Let's go ahead and do that. I would really like to get a better feel for where
Come left to
some of these contacts are. What happened last time was I basically fired quite a few torpedoes into the midst of the enemy and caused complete pandemonium and panic. Well, it's what it looked like. I'm not convinced that that's really what we saw. Now this time with .mod, we're going to have to drop the torpedoes, but kind of like in their face, it looks like, and then retract the towed array and get up to speed, because yeah, that's a lot of contacts, and of course, if you try and move too quickly with the towed array.
Con helm steady course.
I've not got a good resolution on a lot of these contacts. 56% is the solution here, so that's not bad. Well, I'll say not bad, it's not great. 37, this Oscar, this is 20,000 yards, another 58% there. 35, the Papa, sounds like a Smurf. This Echo 2's down to 55%, so why is that? What am I detecting? Yeah, I'm getting a pretty decent return on it. I think maybe because there's just so much that the sonar data computer has got a lot to go through. SNS, I wonder if that means something else. Alright, Sierra 11. Solution there is 60%, okay. This is... I think I want to move away from them. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn it north. Well, the long and short are, as soon as I fire, I think they're going to fire it back at me. There'll be a lot of counterfire. So I'd like to get it up to speed, and having an idea where a few of them are is going to be very useful. But yeah, this could get interesting. That's a lot of contacts. And they're moving quickly as well. The Alpha's moving at 19 knots. Is there anyone else we've got a reasonable... No, I don't think there is. Let's go ahead and...
Come right to 003. Helm
In fact, because we can, let's do 007.
right to 007. Helm aye.
But pretty much nothing, it seems, can detect me, so let's get up to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots.
Now this
Maneuvering aye.
might... Yeah, that's made it harder for me to...
Maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Harder for me to hear them. That Alpha appears to be running at the surface. No, not quite. Maybe 100 feet. He might be cavitating. Which is maybe why it's producing so much noise. The reason why I bump my speed up a little bit is it does help the thing become a little bit more maneuverable, but this is not an agile boat. It's not. So being able to turn that little bit harder sort of helps make a difference. There we go. I think it's straightening up now. Yeah. Now I've avoided using .mod in the past for videos. I did a few because there's this really terrible flickering.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
But it looks like the dynamic depth is what was causing that. So I found a sort of hint on Reddit that pointed towards that.
Con, helm, steady course.
So far that has helped. Another tweak that we've got in .mod is your torpedo mode. So see down here at the top right, torpedo tube 1, weapon depth 3. That's the mode. So you've got same depth, surface, dive deep, and then this one, which is engage or submerge contact. Now, if there's a thermal layer, it puts the torpedo, I believe, just below the thermal layer to look for contacts. Yeah, I'm a little bit deeper than some of these. This mic, I guess, this mic might be pretty close. 68% solution, Echo 2, 65%.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing 307. Designated Sierra 1, bore.
This is going to be a surface contact, right? Oh, no. That's 14 contacts. Isn't that what we had last time? And what is that? Might be Victor 2. No, it's not a Victor 3. I think it is a Victor 2, but whatever it is,
Con, sonar, Sierra 1, bore is classified as submerged submarine.
we'll go with that. It's fine if it's not, because it doesn't matter. It's submerged. It's hostile. Right, there's Charlie 2, 67% resolution or solution, 80% on this Echo 2. So I've got a pretty good idea where this guy is. And if that's the case, 12,000 yards. He's a bit of a distance, but that's good. Versus 7,000 yards for this Mike. Oh, hello. Let's take a look. That's an old boat. And the other one. That's not an old boat. That's a brand new one. Okay. It's interesting that we get to engage targets at different depths. He's coming up. Okay. Quite a formation. He's moving at 19 knots. What's his top speed? 23. Okay. I think it's time we introduce our newfound friends who are attempting to intercept the British into my friend called Mr. Mark 48, or Mr. AB, because 48 could be an AB. I predict, oh, heck's about to break loose, and yeah, let's get stuck in. So first things first, get my towed area up. I'm going to get my speed up to, I'll turn away a little bit.
Come right to 030, helm aye.
Get my speed up to 15 knots.
Make turns for 15 knots.
What you want to do is finish turning first, and they shouldn't hear me. They might.
Con, sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1, bore, last bearing 3.
Very good idea.
Maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
Very good idea where these guys are, and let's go ahead and fire. So,
Con, sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine.
I guess I got Sierra 3 wrong.
Shoot 2-1, aye sir.
Yep, now you pick me up, oddly enough.
Shoot 2-2,
Aye, sir.
Go ahead and get another one out. Okay, I want this one to be all the way over here. This Oscar Sierra 12 is tempting. Let's get this one a little bit further.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Yep, we've only got 2 wires, and let's get this one out as well. I think I want this one to go maybe over here. I want it to circle. No, let's go ahead and do that. So this might engage multiple
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
multiple contacts, and I need to get my depth down. Actually, let's run these torpedoes live. Make this one live, and then this one I'm going to run live as well. Okay, and let's go. Let's make.
700 feet.
Let's get up to 20 knots. We'll get that towed array in.
2, 0.
It's
knots.
in. Let's run deep.
Make turns for 2, 6.
Okay.
knots. Maneuvering aye.
So we are going to run away. There's no shame in running away if we need to. We still have the wires on a couple of those, but my intention is to ultimately fire some more when I'm able to.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 2. Last bearing 2, 8, 2. Contact
Sounded
faded.
like someone was
Con
firing.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 3, 0, 7. Contact faded. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3.
Okay.
Last bearing 2, 6, 2. Contact faded.
Lost the wire on tubes 1 and 2. That's okay. We're almost at depth. Oh, this is much better now. It doesn't flicker like a mad flickering thing. That's never good. Okay, so now I am going to go ahead and pause the game and, or rather, pause the
Con
recording.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing 2, 9, 7. Contact faded.
And I'll be back when
Dive at 1312 feet. Dive high.
something more interesting has happened. It's going to be curious to see how well this works with having to manually deploy the towed array. All right,
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 2, 6. knots.
I'll be back. I think that qualifies as interesting. I'm going to
Make turns for 2, 6. knots.
so we
Maneuvering
fired another torpedo, just one, because that was all I had ready.
Con sonar launch transient from. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 2, 7, 2.
Okay, this is when the fun begins, right? So we know that there's a target.
Con sonar torpedo in the water.
Yeah.
Torpedo in the
Okay.
water. Bearing 2, 8, 6.
Here we go.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 7 bearing 2, 4, 5.
This thing turns slowly.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra
It's the second one.
Last bearing 2, 5, 9. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar Sierra 1. Con sonar torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2, 9, 0. Con sonar noisemaker bearing 2, 7, 3.
No baffles yet.
Con sonar regained contact on. Sierra 1, 5. Bearing.
Con knuckle formed.
There we go. The knuckle even, not baffles. Alright, yeah, this thing is not agile.
Knuckle formed.
Wow.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1.
Con, maneuvering.
Bad feeling
Making
about
turns
this.
For 2, 6. knots.
Okay, I got one. Great. But I didn't want to see that right now.
torpedo room. Tube 2 ready.
Con.
Con knuckle formed.
Okay, another knuckle. I'm going to do another one in just a second. I'm going to switch back to this view. It's going to help me.
Lost contact. Sierra 1, 3.
Con knuckle formed.
These torpedoes are extremely
Con
close.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 2, 8.
Con knuckle formed. Passing 1,300 feet.
Oh no! Seriously?
Flooding in the engine room.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1,
Wow.
5. Last bearing 2, 8, 7.
Well, that
Contact
sucks.
is in the baffles. Con sonar regained.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Yep.
Damage control parties. Lay into the engine room.
This is not good. This is really
Passing
not good.
1,100 feet. Con knuckle formed.
I pull something out of the bag now. I don't know how I
Passing
managed to do it.
1,000 feet.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1.
Passing 900 feet.
Con sonar.
Passing 800 feet.
So what did we learn today, kids? We learned you don't mess with lots of torpedoes in a pretty
Con sonar
unagile
lost
boat.
contact. Sierra 1, 2. Last bearing 2, 5, 9. Contact is in the baffles.
This thing was the
Con
backbone of the
con
US.
sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2, 5, 7. Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1.
Con knuckle formed. Passing 800 feet.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1.
Con knuckle formed.
Okay, this thing is described as the backbone
Con
of the...
sonar regained contact on Sierra 9. Bearing 2, 8, 6. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 2. Con sonar launch transient from Sierra 1, 2. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 3. Last bearing 2, 5, 9. Contact faded.
Con knuckle formed.
This thing is described as the backbone of the US Navy's attack boat fleet, but good grief, I'm like kind of glad we didn't get into a fighting war with the Russians, because this does not feel very easy to
Con
evade.
sonar noisemaker bearing 2, 5, 7.
But all that really means is that I've got to change my tactic, change my approach,
Con knuckle formed. Passing 800 feet.
because yeah, I'm not... this is not a very good
Con
success.
sonar regained contact on Sierra 2. Bearing 2, 4.
Con knuckle formed.
Not a
Con
good start.
sonar Sierra 1, 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
Con knuckle formed.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Con knuckle formed.
Why is that
Brig
not
ship for
working?
ultra quiet.
Seriously?
Passing 700 feet.
Great. So I've lost my bow again, because I... let me wind up at that for a bit. Well, what did I learn? Skipjack tactics don't work in a Sturgeon. That should not really be a surprise. And the sort of secondary follow-up attack, that was a mistake, because it gave them my location. So, even though I was running away at flank speed, they didn't really know where I was. Well, that's good to know. Anyway, hope that you enjoyed today's video. That is how you do not play Cold Waters against a whole stack load of enemy boats. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Thanks so much. Goodbye. I couldn't let that mission be the only thing I say, because no, I really want to have another go at this. I mean, how hard can it be? So we're right back at it, and this time we're in USS Puffer, SSN 652. Let's go ahead and get stuck in. Actually, I want to change my war weapon mix up a little bit, and this time I'm going to pause the game a little bit more and let the situation unfold. But yeah, hopefully the lessons last time that I learnt very harshly, I can put into practice going forward. I mean, how hard can it be, right? Let's hit it.
Con sonar new contact bearing 2.
Brig ship for ultra quiet.
Come left to 154. Helm aye.
So, same thing again. Let's just gonna
Con
use the...
sonar new contact bearing 270. Designated Sierra 3. Con sonar new contact bearing 257. Designated Sierra 4. Con sonar new contact bearing 242. Designated Sierra 5. Con sonar new contact bearing 239. Designated Sierra 6. Con sonar Sierra 6 is classified as submerged submarine. Con sonar new contact bearing 264. Designated Sierra 8. Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as submerged submarine. Con sonar Sierra 7 is classified as submerged submarine.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and make the game that much quieter so I can actually just get a word in here. So, same scenario, but we may have different bad guys to deal with. Although, so far, it's like we've got this very similar mix of submarines, which is, I don't know that it randomizes the contacts you find in it. I did find a Sierra 15 last time. Briefly, I mean, till I got sunk. Okay, well, that's identified the first 8 of them, I believe, or kind of identified. I guess I'll give it air quotes. Identified the first 8.
Con sonar Sierra 9 is classified as submerged submarine.
Helps if I get the tonary out, I suppose, because I keep forgetting. Let's get it down to.
Sonar new contact bearing.
Make depth 656 feet. Dive high.
Let's get it.
Sonar new contact bearing 241. Designated Sierra 1 1. Con sonar new contact bearing 259. Designated Sierra 1 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 253. Designated Sierra 1 3. Con sonar new contact bearing 254. Designated Sierra 1 4. Con sonar new contact bearing 243. Designated Sierra 1 5.
There's all 15. Alright, let's make my gain a
Sonar Sierra 1 2
little
is classified
louder.
as submerged submarine.
Okay, I'm going to try not to talk over the crew again, but that's identified them quicker, but they're in a different aspect ratio this time. I'm now almost on their 6.
Con sonar Sierra 1 4 is classified as
Come right to 269 Helm I.
This has given me an idea. I can get in their
Con
baffles.
sonar Sierra 1 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
This is going to be a turkey shoot. Now I got to get in their baffles, but yeah, look at this. We've already got a pretty good read on a lot of the boats. He's moving 19 knots. Okay, can you hear me? Not passively. So I think I can go ahead and just bump my speed up. Now that's possibly the closest, although yeah, see what a difference the aspect ratio makes. Much greater detection here. Yeah, these guys are deaf because they're moving at such speed. They're rushing off to intercept the Brits. So they're kind of falling into our lap. Well, I mean, I'm saying that now. Yeah, even the modern stuff. The Mike is a modern boat. They're not able to hear me now. I guess they're checking their baffles. So yeah, I've got a good feeling about this. I think this one might go a lot better than last time. Obviously, may be completely proven wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this. Let's let the game run out a little bit, and
Come right to 268 Helm I.
let's see what happens. So I misidentified some of the submarines, but that's okay. And looking at these submarines as they whiz along, this is one I mistook. This is an Sturgeon-class, and you can only just see him in the center of the screen there. But just off his starboard flank is another submarine at a similar depth. And I'm going to just flick back to this view here, and look at this. I mean, isn't this just such a sight? If I fire amidst of these, there's going to be pandemonium, and that's a good thing. But I was doing 10 knots. I had to very quickly drop my speed because Sierra 5 was very close to being able to detect me on passive. Now, I would imagine that these pretty much can't detect anything other than each other. Well, I was wrong. So, Sierra 3 at the end there, he can't detect me either. We have a cooler in there, 2 mics I saw, at least 2. Cruise missile boats are here. Some older boats here, a couple of Novembers, and then yeah, there's a lot. The cruise missile boats are, I mean, they are obviously a concern, but they're less of a concern compared to the other stuff. But this is just such a sight to see. I mean, it's like they're kind of routing. Look at that. It's charming that I'm going to introduce him to my friend, Mr. Mark 48.
Con sonar Sierra 1, 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
That one wrong as well. Where is Sierra 12? Victor 1, okay. Yeah, and he's lagging everyone, it looks like, just a little bit. But not so much yet. There's a November class up there. So yeah, such a fine sight to see, and we're going to disrupt them, but I really want to just let this pan out a little bit longer. Did we get a good? Yes, we did. I think we're tracking all of them now.
Con sonar Sierra 1, 5 is classified as submerged submarine.
So I got that one wrong as well. Now, right now, I could retract my towed array, and I would keep contact on most of them, but I don't particularly need to right now. I'm hoping that they all start to turn further south. So we are, again, it's the same location as the last attempt. We're southwest of the UK mainland. France is southeast of us. Yeah, so we're just stepped off the UK, I guess the shelf here. We're a little bit further west than we were last time. But yeah, I'm hopeful that they're all going to turn south. So I'm going to go ahead and pause, let this run on a little bit. I don't think they can detect me right now, but we've got to be quiet. No farting. No giggling. No fun. I'll be back. Okay, time has progressed a little bit, and I'm probably not going to get a much better shot than this. This is... I wish I had a Seawolf with my 8 torpedo tubes. This is quite an epic... set to be a potentially epic encounter. But the problems I could think of are, one, they're going to detect me. As soon as I fire,
Helm, steady course.
they're going to detect me. So I'm going to retract my towed array right now. Like so. Get my speed up to, I guess... The extra speed's going to be useful, but I'm going to get my... No, you know what? It's, I'm going to be a hole in the water when I fire these, so they're going to hear the thing firing, but they won't necessarily detect where I am, and they might not even on active sonar. I guess let's just go for it. One here. Okay, everyone, hold on.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir. Shoot 2-2. Aye, sir. Con, fire control. We've lost the wire. Con, fire control. We've lost the wire.
So far, that was not what I expected. Let's try and persuade them that there's a bit more going on here than there really is. Let's send these two south. Careful, or more west. And be careful I don't keep them in that direction if we end up having to maneuver. But right now, I don't intend on maneuvering. Yes, they're most definitely going to know where I am, but I'm okay. I'll deal with that when I get the next ones off. Which is kind of suspenseful, because I might just pull this one off. Might. Yeah, I actually do want to just change my course a little bit. Let's run it perpendicular to the...
left 2,
066. Helm high.
This torpedo here. Okay. Yeah, there could be a lot of incoming torpedoes. Hopefully the game engine doesn't allow, 25 torpedoes to approach me. Because it could be very amusing if that were the case. I think I'll
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
get you here. Let's actually move you. Well, we got another one moving south anyway, but yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to be presenting a broadside to their sonar, which is more like this aspect, depending on whether they're less shallower than me or whether they're deeper. But either way,
Con sonar, Sierra 1,
Okay.
5 is cavitating.
game may be up. See what's this mic doing. Oh wow, what's he doing on the surface? No, I don't think the game is up. Well, maybe. How much vodka have you had, comrade?
Con, helm, steady course.
Definitely taken. Yeah, he's definitely moved. It's kind of like changed his course.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Tempted to get another couple out. But I think I'm going to make you. Well, I want to make it live. He's fleeing, so he knows that the game's up. At least I think he does. And everyone else is just oblivious to what's about to arrive. So I think getting more torpedoes is going to be useful. On the other hand, it might give it away. It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. We need to get more torpedoes out anyway. Let's give it a risky shot over here. I say risky, let's get a shot over here.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Yep, that's fine. And another one is going to be launched maybe here. Now this one's gone live. Let's put one here.
Con, fire control,
Yep,
we've lost
that's
the
okay.
wire.
And then this is going to reload. So tube 3 is going to reload a Moss. Yes, I think I chose a Moss. Yes, I did. Suspense going on here, but we have one live, one actively seeking. There's a chance that this is going to go for that that mic. Guess I'm going to run you a little bit further south, like so. I would suppose that the November's going to cop it, but I could be wrong. I'm going to make this one live. There we go. And then tube number 1. You're actually going to aim for the Sierra 3, I think. If I can take you out, I'll be very happy. These mics, I think they only made one of them, so the fact that we've got 2 is probably not accurate, but maybe the Russians surprise us. Maybe they made a second one. Let's see. Unique mic class. Yeah, we got a couple here. Okay.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
We may have simply misidentified what that is.
Sonar, Sierra 1, 5 is cavitating.
So it looks like the Sierra 3 is cavitating because he's detected incoming. So the mics have clearly got a fantastic sonar in them. That doesn't really tell me much. Okay. Wait, that was the wrong one. That's a Victor. Victor 3, a scat. Shark gill. Okay, I guess it's a good quality. 28 active, 40 passive. What's the this one? Okay, it's the same quality as mine. Yep, this mic's legging it as well. He's hoofing it. The Akula hasn't heard anything right now. It's got a Scat 3. Is that even better? No, it's the same quality. All right.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 4.
All right, that's the
Con
Alpha.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 4.
Firing
Con,
2.
torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
All right. Tube 2 is focusing in on the November. So I really need the November to not get another one stacked on it. So let's do that.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is cavitating.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is cavitating.
Okay, let's make panic here. Let's make this thing ping actively. It's going to alert everyone to its presence, but that's what I want. There you go. And now the Russians have got a very bad idea
Con
about
sonar, Sierra 4 is cavitating.
what's happening around them. I think.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 152.
Torpedo 1 can go for Sierra 3. Okay, assess the potential for this thing to attack me. Assuming it's going to run here. Yep, I need to be a different location.
Come right to 237 helm.
What you can do, you can shift and then left or right click. Left gives you green, right gives you red. And I'm trying to interpret where this torpedo may end
Con
up
sonar, noisemaker bearing 150.
traveling. Gonna make torpedo 1 live. Gonna see if we can track this mic.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
I think this November's about to buy it.
Con sonar, lost
Yep.
contact. Sierra 7, last bearing 170.
Really need
Contact breaking
torpedo
up.
1 to go for the mic, so let's go ahead and get 2 reloaded, like so. I also need to change my course quicker, so let's
Con
put us
sonar, noisemaker.
Make turns for
go to 10 knots.
0 knots. Maneuvering eye.
So 1, yes, 1 has acquired the mic, I think.
Con, maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Okay, I really need torpedo 1 to just not mess around like this. Come on. Gotta take out this mic. It's a big threat. Amazing
Con
sonar.
sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
Right, so the mic is firing in the direction of torpedo 2 number 1, which is perfect because I'm not in that location, although I will be if I keep this up.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 182.
Okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 148.
The noise maker, the pandemonium taking place, right? I really want to guide this one in. What's in dot mod? You can use the active sonar,
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is cavitating.
but it's not always that
Con,
effective.
fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
There you are. Guess you're following it down, maybe?
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 179.
Oh, that's right. The mics can go incredibly deep.
Steady course.
Way deeper than the Mark 48. So we may not be able to get this guy. He's diving. Let him go.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 155.
Right. There's a chance you can get him right now, but if you don't, I think the Mark 48's depth is
noisemaker bearing 176.
something like 2,400 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
Right this in.
13.
Yes, yes, yes. Kill him. Kill him. Kill. Come on. Come on.
Con sonar,
Yes.
lost contact. Sierra
Okay.
3, last bearing 175. Contact breaking up.
This Mark 48's gone stupid. That's a shame. But if something gets
Con
close,
sonar, lost contact. Sierra 6, last bearing 134. Contact faded.
let's get
Con
another.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 134.
Let's get another one out.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Another 2 out. I really want to keep the Russians on their guard. I want as many torpedoes in the water, fish in the water as I can. We know there's a torpedo somewhere up here. Yeah, there it is. It's gone live. Okay, so that's a USET 80, I believe. And
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 1-3, last bearing 1.
Come left to 179 helm eye.
not a big threat, I don't think.
Cons,
Come left to 183 helm eye.
Okay, so dot mod gives me the depth of the contact, so Sierra 5 is only at 774 feet.
Torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
I think Sierra 11 is being targeted by something, so maybe not. My voice is getting all croaky as I'm feeling the stress, but we've taken 4 out. Way to go, David. You've done all right this time, but the way you
Con, helm, steady course.
where you start in the game makes such a big difference, I think, or where you end up positioning yourself. If you want a nice quick video, you want to be in pretty much where it was. Okay. So, tube number 4, I'm targeting Sierra 9, the Akula down here, although I will happily take on anything here. My primary targets are the cruise missile carriers. Time for a quick drink. I need to...
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 136.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Need to stop the croaking. Okay. Okay. There's a lot going on. But I'm going to go ahead and pause the game just to see if we can get a little bit more interesting thing going on. I like the fact that my torpedoes are having the Russians basically run away.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 127.
A bit of a Monty Python scene going on here. Let's put...
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1, bearing 136.
I'm going to put tube number 2, make that one run active, like so. And let's put it to search the deep. It might take on this November here, but it's going to run a little bit quicker. And I'm going to not necessarily follow its course.
Come right to 197, helm I.
Let me go ahead and pause this and pause the recording, and I'll be right back when something else interesting is going on. But so far, this is actually kind of following the plan, and I'm very happy. Alright, so things have evolved a little bit. We took out another contact, Sierra 11, the Victor, and we have a torpedo homing in on Sierra 10, a Charlie 1. Let's switch to this, I think, see if we can see this engagement. It's the torpedo coming up behind it, I think.
Con sonar, noisemaker
Oh, no,
bearing
it's actually over here.
113.
So, if I can guide this thing in a little bit. Oh, maybe not. I might have been guiding the wrong one, to be fair. Yeah, I think I was. My bad. Oops. Okay, well that's what happens when you guide the wrong torpedo. Let's go ahead and maneuver this thing round. The Charlie one's headed to the surface again.
Con, helm, steady course.
So this
Con sonar,
torpedo
noisemaker bearing 1.
looks like it pretty much made the surface. Look at that. Let's try and guide it in. Get it? No. Okay, come on.
Con sonar
Got him.
lost contact. Sierra
Okay.
10, last bearing 111. Contact breaking up.
It's reckoned that some of the Soviets were working on
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
installing cameras in their torpedoes to try and detect the contacts. Right. So we have another torpedo out to this batch of 6 submarines down here towards the south. I can't approach that much because this Mark 48.
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 137. Contact faded.
I can't get that close to it because it's active. So I don't really want to get attacked by my own torpedo. I'm just gonna essentially follow
Come left to 141, helm I.
torpedo's path here. Let's move this torpedo more
Con
further
sonar
east.
lost contact. Sierra 5, last bearing 118. Contact faded.
So we've taken out 7 so far.
Torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
We're nearly halfway there if our objective is to kill them all, but we really just want to take out the cruise missile boats. The escorts are they're nice to have. So let me see, we've got an Echo 2, Charlie 1, and a Charlie 2, and there's another one in here somewhere, I think. Another Charlie 1. That one really needs to be my primary target, and I think it's somewhere here. So, depending on what this torpedo sees, I may put it into attack mode. Yeah.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 117.
We get this Charlie 1, I think that's the primary mission complete.
Con, helm, steady course.
I think I'm good to make this torpedo active too. I don't think there's anything still floating. This Charlie 1 will be bottom of the ocean, I think. So theoretically we should be good, and this might also be attacking. I really want to. This might be attacking too. I want to take on this Sierra 9, the Akula, if I can. The Mike's a difficult boat to trap because it can dive below the depth of your torpedoes. There's nothing to stop Torpedo 1 from attacking the Charlie either. That might make more sense, given it's my primary target and all. Let's see if I can move this. Come on. Really? You won't let me select it? Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and move you to somewhere around about here. There's nothing in your way, so I could most definitely run this thing live, but I want to preserve... what's the speed of the 48s? I'm on 44 knots at... sorry, 40 knots or 55. Okay. 40 knots is not that fast, but its range is quite a bit less. What have we got? 24 minutes to go. Well, if I plug that in at higher speed, it's going to get there quicker, but I don't think I need to right now. Okay, this Mark 48 here has finally given up the ghost, so I'm going to go ahead and crack on. I think we'll do 15 knots. We're not going to catch... Oh, a second. Let's run parallel to this thing here, I think.
Come right to 151, helm aye.
And I'm guessing that's the mic that's fired. And that's not good, because eventually it will intercept me. Okay. Well, let's do 50 knots, and let's do...
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Let's take evasive action. Let's move further to the west. Yeah, I think the mic has got you set 80s. Yes, it does.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra.
Con maneuvering. Making
Nice.
turns for 15 knots.
I assume that the USET 80 has a 2,000 yard range. It's more like 1,500 or 1,600 or something. Could fire a Moss at this. It's not the worst idea.
Con, helm, steady course.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've got 3 of them. Let's go ahead and just fire the Moss in this direction. And it should...
Sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, 2, last bearing 1, 3, 4. Contact faded.
It means that I'll drag these torpedoes with me, and they're far enough away from me that they're not going to detect me, and that's a good thing. Okay, well, let's let them do its thing. There's plenty of targets down here. Target rich environments. Still, I think they counted 6 earlier. 7, 8. There's 8 left. We've taken out 7. So yeah, okay. All right. Well, same thing again. I'm going to go ahead and pause, and I'll be back in a jiffy. Okay. So I made torpedoes 1 and 2 active. Let's go ahead and put them into submarine hunting mode. Like so. And this situation here, this is developing not how I like it. This torpedo is moving a little quicker than I would like. What's this performance of these things? 48 knots. So it's not that fast, but clearly it's fast enough to cause me a bit of grief. And I'm hoping that it picks up on this moss. which I don't see right now. So hopefully that this moss, yeah, okay, thank goodness. This moss is going to distract it. I want to keep my distance though. 2,000 yards is here, so I should be okay. But you don't really want to get its attention. That would really ruin my plan. So we'll turn south.
Come left to 180. Helm high.
These two torpedoes, so number 1 is probably going to attack that Alpha. It's okay if it does that. And number 2, I really want it to tackle that Charlie, if it can find it. But this Charlie may be some distance out, but it looks like it's turning
Con,
south.
steady course.
Go ahead and just maneuver this a little bit. Okay, it looks like 3,000 yards away from this. Okay, yeah, it's good. All right. So I'm gonna.
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
Oh, what did you pick up? Might have picked up the Charlie, which would be very good if that were the case. Let's see if we can get.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 8 bearing 121.
Gonna use the torpedo's active sonar. It might be the November it's caught. Oh well. I was hoping it would be the. It is. Okay. Hey, a kill is a kill. Good with that. Although I would, in some ways, would rather take
Con
out the
sonar
Alpha.
regained contact on Sierra 9 bearing 107.
It's a high tonnage if we go with it.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 1.
Con, fire control. Weapon countermeasure homing.
Okay, I am going to let this torpedo do its thing. I'm going to go ahead and cut the wire. I'm going to trust it's going to do its thing. Let's cut the wire there. Get that reloading. Get another one out. And that's going to be heading, well, at least in this direction, right?
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 9. Last bearing 106. Contact faded.
Okay, we kept the wire. So it's going to be heading in this direction, basically east-southeast right now, and then we'll use it to attack
Con
a...
sonar lost contact. Sierra 1. Last bearing 133. Contact faded.
So Torpedo 2 is aiming directly for that Charlie 1, which is very good. And then Torpedo 4, we're going to continue the attack.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 5 bearing 121.
These guys are probably out of here. It's my stores. I got plenty of stores left. Okay. Alright. Well, I just tagged where the Charlie 1 was last spotted. I don't have a depth on it, but this one is potentially dangerous to anything around it, including the Charlie 1, if it were to drift further west.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 bearing 132.
I think this...
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1 5 last bearing 121. Contact faded.
I think this Charlie 1 is transiting south at best speed. I think he's fleeing. No.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1 4 last bearing 123. Contact faded.
Not sure, to be fair, but let's go ahead and get this torpedo, torpedo number 4. Let's transit it this way. This has been a surprisingly smooth, I guess, squadron interception, because it's...
Fire control. Weapon acquired.
I've not been fired upon. Okay. Number 2 has acquired the Charlie. Let's go ahead and make the thing active. Oh, that might have been a mistake. Yes, I think it was. So...
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 116.
It has anti-outcode.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 1 5 bearing 119.
It has anti-out coating, which means it absorbs the active sonar. So active sonar doesn't tend to do much. It does something.
Sonar regained contact on Sierra 1-4, bearing 1-2-1.
But not that much. Where's Sierra 14? Yes. Oh, okay. I think we've pretty much routed the bad guys at this point. I don't think they'll be intercepting the task force. Well, I mean, they might be, I suppose, because torpedo will do a lot of damage to Hermes.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 117.
The British carrier, but everything else, yeah. That standoff ability missing is really what we were trying to achieve. So I think we've achieved that objective. I feel like punishing everyone for daring.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-4, last bearing 119. Contact faded.
For daring to attack the Brits. Well, let's
sonar, noisemaker bearing 128. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1-2, last bearing 110.
try and take out this thing
Contact
first.
faded.
There we go. Goodbye.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 127.
Right.
Contact breaking up.
We have achieved our primary objective. I'm very happy with that.
134, helm aye.
Still have this torpedo active. I want to keep this thing active right now. It's going to attack the Alpha or the November, or indeed anything else it can. This Alpha's slowed right down. 19 knots, okay. He's heading almost due east. Got the mic as well. 19 knots, okay. So I can catch up if I do 20 knots eventually.
Helm, steady course.
It might attract their attention. So I'll pause. I'll be right back. Well, we didn't get Sierra 8. Didn't get that November. The
sonar regained contact on Sierra 8, bearing 095.
the torpedo ran out of fuel chasing it, but we did get Sierra 4. We got the Alpha, so I'm happy with that. I've just slowed down, deployed the third array just now. Let's take a listen, see what we can detect, but I don't think we're going to get everything else without a long, hard chase. And the Sturgeon's not fast enough, I don't think. So let's keep accelerate time. Let's just use accelerate time and see what happens. So yeah, I'm pretty certain that
helm, steady course.
these guys are out of range, and they are heading towards France. So I wouldn't wish that upon anyone, unless you like cheese and wine, in which case fair enough. Right. Well, I think that just about wraps up today's video. That's if I'm planning this right, there's going to be 2 videos back to back. Last thing I want to do is
Con
just
sonar switching to active search.
give them an active ping and shake my fist at them to say, "Ha, that'll teach you." Right? Well, like I say, that just about wraps everything up. There are plenty of targets left. We've got 5 left, which means we only took out 10. But the fact that we survived, I'm very happy with that.
Con sonar switching to passive search.
So I'm going to go ahead and close it. So thanks so much. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.